Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here and welcome to BMTV. We had a customer this week. She phoned up, she was buying some bubble balloons and she said, what weight do I need to hold my bubble balloons down when I helium fill them? And we said, one of these. So it prompted me to talk a little bit about our different weights, what balloons they can be used for and what works best. So they're split into two sections really. We've got this section, these weights, are for holding down a single balloon, foil, latex or a bubble balloon. I'll go through which are for which weights in a second. And these ones here, these are for multiple balloons. So if you're doing a bunch of balloons or you're doing a balloon arch, something like that, that is where you want to use these heavier weights. These are all more than 100 grams. I've got the lightest at this end, the heaviest at that end. So to start with, this is the smallest weight. And this is designed just to hold down a single foil balloon. If you attach another foil balloon, it will lift up. So every balloon has what they call a lift ability, and it is basically a weight that it will lift. So obviously the weight that's holding it down has got to be heavier than that weight. So this, as I say, designed just to hold down a single foil balloon. Latex balloons, you might get away with that weight, you might get away with the star weight. We recommend nothing lighter really than the Bangle Weight. So there's the Bangle Weight. That holds that down, no problem at all. You can see there's not even any movement on that. So the Bangle Weight, these are really for if you're in a retail environment, you're selling a balloon, you're attaching a weight to it so it doesn't fly into the sky and you've got a distraught child. Now the bubble balloons, answering our customer's question, this is a bubble weight. Now these bubble weights were designed specifically for the Qualitex bubble balloons. They are quite heavy, but the bubble balloons do have a lot of lift in them. Now one thing to consider, as you can see that works perfectly, one thing to consider when you are tying balloons, particularly balloon decorations, if you're decorating a wedding or a party or something like that, is if it's inside or outside. If you're outside, you're going to need a heavier weight than you would normally need if it was inside. The reason being, let me demonstrate, let me get rid of those ones. Let me demonstrate with this foil balloon. It's inside, it's fine. Imagine that's a bunch of balloons on a different weight. But if I blow it, you can see that moves quite easily. And it can happen if somebody just walks past as well. So yeah, you've got to consider if it's inside or outside. If it's outside, you'll need a heavier weight than you usually would. So these are the heavier weights. These are for multiple balloons, 3 balloon bouquets, 5, 7 balloons, no problem at all for all of these weights. These are the cardboard weights. They come like that, you make them yourself, but what you can do is put your own weight inside. So some people put big stones, pebbles, bags of sand, something like that, sweets sometimes. We use these, lumps of steel. We know an engineer locally, he gets a rod, big, long, thick rod of steel, and he cuts it into pieces. This actually weighs, it's deceptive, this actually weighs 500 grams. So we use one of these at either side of a balloon arch, and you can do some big balloon arches with that sort of weight. So, and again, for outside, that is perfect. The one thing to consider is this is just made of cardboard. So if you've got your ribbon or lots of ribbon attached to that and it's moving around, there is a chance it could tear the cardboard and you'd lose your balloons. Now the liftability I mentioned, that is the ability that the weight a balloon will lift. It's all available in the Qualitex catalogue. Here's Qualitex catalogue 2015. Back page, foil balloons. This has got the liftability. It also has the capacity of each balloon, so you know how much helium you would need. In the same catalogue, page 230, it has the latex ones, including the big giant balloons as well. The one I found most interesting is the big 8-foot cloudbuster chloroprene balloons. That would stay floating with helium for 18 days. So that's a long time. It's also a lot of helium. It takes one of the big L-size helium cylinders just for one of those balloons. They're the sort of balloons people use to tie them to themselves to float up in the air. So it's a very expensive hobby. So So there you go. There's some of the weights. As I say, we've got the single balloon weights and then we've got the multiple balloon weights here. If you do have any questions, please leave a comment below or get in touch as usual, and we will do our absolute best to answer those questions for you. Okay, have a great week, and I hope to see you again next week. Bye.